All right. So initial margin we have calculated. Now we need to show that how the mark to market margin will work for buyer as well as the seller. So for this purpose, first let us understand this question. The question is that there is a buyer which is Mr. Deepak and there is a seller which is Mr. Rajat. Mr. Deepak has bought a futures contract with this specification. The lot size is 250 and the strike price is 1000. And Mr. Rajat has sold the futures contract. Lot size is 250 and the strike price is 1000. Initial margin they have deposited as per the rules is 50,000. Now we need to show that if the settlement price happens to be like this, on 24th of June it is this, on 25th of June the market price of the share, this is per share, 1010 per share, 1050 per share, 1020 per share, 980 per share, 1000 per share, 970 per share. Then how the margin deposit will work, how the mark to market margin process will be done. So for this purpose, uh, on account of both the parties, the initial margin will be adjusted through daily settlement by considering hypothetical profit or loss. Profit or loss. So as we said, mark to market margin, the basis for this is the hypothetical profit or loss. So that hypothetical profit or loss will be calculated and it will be adjusted accordingly. And whenever the initial margin goes below to 50,000, the amount will be asked by the exchange. So how we do it? So for this we prepare a particular table. So first we'll prepare a table showing margin deposit by Mr. Deepak. Mr. Deepak is the buyer, buyer of futures. So we'll prepare this table, and in this table the entire calculation will be there. We just need to do some specific analysis and that. So first column is date. So date is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 24 to 28. So 2406, 2506, 2606, 2706, 2806 and 3006. The first column will be of date. This is we have done. Next we will calculate the hypothetical profit oblique loss, whatever the currency. In our case it is rupees. So we'll write it like this. Then we'll do the adjustment to initial margin. We'll do the adjustment in initial margin. Then we'll write margin account balance, and then we'll go for mark to market margin deposit. So initially it is assumed that they have deposited 50,000. So 50,000 is already there. Now on 24th of June, What is the price for 24th of June? The price is 1010. Now we are talking about the buyer. So the buyer is into the contract to buy 250 shares of ITC at a price of 1000 rupees per share. Right now, the price is 1010 in the market. So the buyer will be in a profit situation or a loss situation. If you are saying the buyer is in profit situation, what is the profit per share? So, since the price on 24th of June is 1010 and the strike price in the contract is 1000 and we are talking about buyer. So, buyer has the right or the obligation to buy the shares at 1000 rupees per share, and on 24th of June the same share is at a price of 1010. So, obviously buyer will be at a profit because जो चीज 1010 में मार्केट में है वो उसे 1000 में खरीद सकता है. So the buyer will be at a profit. So 1010 minus 1000. So his hypothetical profit is 10 rupees.
10.
Now adjustment to initial margin. This is 10 rupees per share. The total number of share is 250. So the total amount is 2500. Now margin account balance. The initial margin account balance was 50,000 plus it has added with 2500. So now it is 5250. So now in the last column we need to write whether he need to deposit any margin or not. Is there any requirement for the buyer to deposit any amount? So the buyer will not require any amount to be deposited because the amount, the margin account balance is already 52,500. So it is higher than 50,000. The minimum requirement is 50,000. So buyer will not require. So we'll write, sorry, not required. That's all. Now on 25th of June, the price is 1050. So now the price is 1050. So see, we have already adjusted 10 rupees over here. So while calculating the hypothetical profit or loss, will not include this. So obviously on 25th of June, the price is 1050 and the price earlier was 1010. So the difference is 40. This is the way we will calculate profit and loss, and the logic behind it that it is not 50 because we have already taken 1010 into the account and we have adjusted this 10 rupees already. If you take it as 50 over here, it will be a repetition of 10 rupees. On 25th of June, it is 1050. The previous closing price was 1010. We'll take a difference 40 multiplied by 250, which will come out to be 10,000. So margin account balance, earlier it was 52,500 plus 10,000, 62,500. Yes, is there any requirement? Not required. Why? Because the amount is already above 50,000. So not required. Let's come on to the 26th of June. So on 26th of June, the price is 1020. So the hypothetical profit or loss, if you see it from 1000, you will say कि sir नहीं अभी भी profit है. No, because you have already taken the price up to 1050. So now if it is coming down to 1020, it will be considered as a hypothetical loss. So the 1020 is the current price and the previous closing price is 1050. So the difference is negative 30, which is clearly saying, I mean this negative is showing the loss of 30 rupees per share. So negative 30 multiplied by 250, it will come down to negative 7500, and we will adjust it in over here. So 62500 minus 7500 will come down to 55,000. Is there any requirement? So we'll write not required. I request all of you, if you are not carrying your copy pen with yourself, please start getting it, because this is a numerical kind of a subject. You need to prepare your own notes for this. Otherwise ये अभी तो याद है, exam time तक भूल जाओगे. So keep noting this down. Right. So 27th of June. So on 27th of June, the price is 980, I guess. 27th of June, the price is 980 and the previous close is 1020. Again, loss or profit? There is a loss of negative 40. So negative 40 multiplied by 250, negative 10,000. When we do the adjustment, 55,000 was the previous balance, negative 10,000, we have 45,000. Yes, so is there any requirement? Since the amount has came below 50,000, so you will have to deposit the balance amount which is 5,000. So you will write rupees 5,000 so as to maintain the initial margin at rupees 50,000. So over here we are assuming that the margin is being asked 5,000 rupees and it is being deposited. So now it is back to 50,000. So on 28th of June, the price is 1,000 minus 980, 20. 20 multiplied by 250, it is 5,000. Yes, what is the margin account balance? So it is again back to 50,000 and we'll add
Okay.
5,000. So it will become 55. This is what we need to understand. Whenever the balance in the margin account go below to the initial margin, immediately the remaining amount will be deposited by the buyer or the seller and the balance will back to the initial margin amount which is 50,000. So 50,000 plus 5 it is 55,000. So not required. The price on 30th June is 970 minus 1000 negative 30. So negative 30 multiplied by 250 negative 7500. So the balance was 55,000 minus 7500 which come down to the 47,500. So there is a requirement of 2,500 so as to maintain the initial margin at rupees 50,000. So this is how we do the mark to market margin deposit calculations. It is nothing, I mean, more than a simple plus minus. एक simple जो हम we call it in हिंदी हिंदी हिसाब किताब घर में करते हैं ये उसी तरह का है कितना आया कितना गया कितना बैलेंस है. So this is a kind of a common calculation. There is nothing technical. बस हमें उनको technical terminologies हमने उनको दे दिया. Otherwise this is totally a very ordinary kind of a work which we do. Yes, so we have again prepared a format for the calculation of margin deposit by the seller, which is Mr. Rajat in our example. So 24th of June. So on 24th of June, the settlement price is what? So the spot price on that day is 1010 and the strike price is 1000. So now think from the angle of the seller of the futures. He is in profit or loss? Yes, the simple thing is that the thing which is being sold in the market at a price of 1010, because of this contract he'll have to sell it at 100, I mean 1000. जो चीज मार्केट में 1010 की बिक सकती थी उसको उसे 1000 में बेचना पड़ेगा बिकॉज ही इज इनटू दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. सो hypothetically it is loss. So the since the price on 24th of June is 1010 and the strike price is 1000, so this shows that there is an hypothetical loss for the seller of the futures. So since it is a loss, what should I write over here? 1000 minus 1010 or 1010 minus 1000? Now if you see over here, it is 1010 minus 1000. And if you see over here, it is 1000 minus 1010. What happens, students क्या करते हैं, रटने की कोशिश करते हैं कि बायर में तो 1010 माइनस 1000 है, सेलर में 1000 माइनस 1010 है, और वो इसको रट लेते हैं. बट ट्रस्ट मी, आज तक जिसने इसको माइंड में रटा है वो इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व नहीं कर पाया है, क्योंकि एग्जामिनेशन में जाने के बाद वो प्रॉब्लम देता है, वो भूल जाते हो कहाँ क्या करना है, थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन घुमा नहीं और आपकी सारी अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो भी रटा था वो खत्म. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिक. Since you are saying that sir, the share which is the which can be sold in the market at a 1010, and just because of the foundation, the obligation of this contract, the seller will have to sell it at 1000. So it is clear cut showing a loss situation for the seller. So how can it be a profit? So since it is a loss kind of a situation, we will show it like lesser minus higher, because then only you can show it in negative values. So the price on 24th of June is 1010 and the strike price is 1000. We are talking about seller, so he is in a loss situation. So 1000 minus 1010, this comes down to be negative 10. So negative 10 multiplied by 250, negative 2500. Margin account balance, 50,000 was the initial balance. Now it is negative 2500. So this will come down to 47,500. Is there any requirement? So since the amount 47,500 is less than 50,000, 50,000 is the initial margin which needs to be maintained. So we will write rupees 2,500 so as to maintain the initial margin at rupees 50,000. Yeah. Now on 25th of June, the price is 1050. So the price is 1050 and he has a strike price of 1000 and previous close is 1010. So what is the, is there any profit or loss? The price on 25th of June is 1050 and the previous closing is 1010. 1010 minus 1050 come down to be negative 40. So adjustment is negative 40 multiplied by 250, which is negative 10,000. So the margin account balance, since it is already maintained at 50,000 back, so 50,000 minus 10,000, it is 40,000. So since it is less than 50,000, we have a requirement of rupees 10,000 so as to maintain the initial margin at rupees 50,000. So 1050 minus 1020, positive 30. Okay. So positive 30. So 30 multiplied by 250 will be 7,500. Margin account balance 50,000 plus 7,500, it will be 57,500. Not required. Now come over here. On 26 is done. 27th of June, the price is what? 980. So a profit situation or a loss situation? On 27th of June, the price is 980. So 1020 minus 980, it will give him a positive 40. So positive 40 multiplied by 250, it will give him a adjustment is 10,000. So 57,500 plus 10,000 is equal to 67,500. Not required. Then 28th of June. So on 28th of June, the price is, so 980 minus 1000 is equal to negative 20. So negative 20 multiplied by 250, negative 5000, balance is 67500 already is there, minus 5000, it will be 62500, not required. Then the last one, positive 30, positive 30 multiplied by 250, positive 7500, balance 62500 was there, and we added 7500 to it, we'll get 70,000, which is above 50,000, so not required any margin. This is how the mark to market margin calculations are being done. All these are, system generated. So I mean, this is the manual calculation we have done for understanding the concept. But I think now you guys have understood that how this margin is being, calculated, and it has to be maintained by either of the party, both the parties. So this is one basic example we have taken, and we have tried to understood. We have tried to understand that how this mark-to-market margin deposit is being maintained and calculated by doing certain calculation, calculating the hypothetical profit and loss. The main thing over here is only this calculation of hypothetical profit and loss. If we are able to calculate it, correctly, all the things will be right. But if there is a mistake, there is an error in calculating this hypothetical profit and loss, then it might be like you'll have to, you'll end up with the wrong interpretations. Wrong interpretation in the sense, it might be like it is not required to be deposited, and your statement is saying that he has to deposit. So please be very careful while deciding, while calculating the profit or loss, hypothetical profit and loss. And rest of the things are quite easy. Only the common understanding is required. So that's all.